Well, welcome to Third Power Life podcast, and I am relaunching this focused on kind of my new real focus with AI is around humanity amplified. It's my belief that AI is here to amplify our humanity, not to replace it, and that we need to be making sure that we are using AI correctly, right? Really bringing this back and kind of restarting the podcast with this humanity amplified focus, because right now AI is everywhere. It's huge. It's growing. It is having more and more and more impact in our world, and I see so many people that are. I hate to say it this way, but they're doing it wrong. They're doing AI wrong. Okay. I think that forever technology has had this promise that it's going to make our lives better, it's going to save us time. I don't know if anybody here is old enough to remember the paperless office promise, right? And that technology was going to completely remove paper, and then we ended up printing more and more. I feel like that's where we were with the internet. Was supposed to save us time and make life easier, and in many ways it's kind of done the opposite. And so I feel like AI is one of those technologies that really has the opportunity and the true potential to make that promise real. And we have to figure out, how do we use it so that we really focus on being more human? And one of the things that I'll talk about, in a future episode, is really dive deep into machine work versus meaning work, right? The machine work is what we should be giving to AI. It's the research and the writing emails and the sorting through things and that stuff that's just, as I like to joke at work, it's like it makes work suck, right? That's what we should be giving to AI and to the machines, is the machine work. But the meaning work, that's what we have to keep for ourselves. The relationships, the strategy, the things that make us human. That's where we need to really be focused and let AI give you back time, right? As one of the questions I always ask my clients when I'm consulting with them is, if, let's say, AI gave you back 10 or 20 hours in a week, what would you do with that time? And the reality is most people just use that for more busy work. Now I can do more emails and more report. Like, no, you're missing the point. Yes, AI can do things that we now don't have to do. Give us back that time. And then let's use that time for relationships. Let's use that time to be present, right? Because the reality is the world does not need you to be more efficient and more productive. It needs you to be more present. So spend the time with your kids, with your significant other, with your friends, with your relationships. Do the things that AI can never do, and that is connect with people truly. And that is what Humanity Amplified is about. It's how do we use AI to make us more human? I mean, if you've been a viewer of this show for a long time, I'm all about life balance and finding your purpose and all of these things. And that's what this show is still about, but through the focus of AI. Is that here's how we can use technology properly to be more human. Because all of the AI hype is missing the human question, right? And it's almost like the Jurassic Park. If you remember, this this the scientists were asking if we could versus if we should, right? And I feel like we're kind of in that same place now. There are things that AI can do that it should not do. We're handing off our meaning work to an AI, and we end up doing machine work, which is completely backwards. I can't remember. I saw a great meme a while back. It's like, I wanted AI to like do the dishes and the laundry so I would have time for art and writing, not AI to do all the art and writing so I have more time for laundry and dishes, right? So that's kind of that concept. So in this coming season, in the next many episodes, we're going to start diving into these important questions. Will there be technology and how to's? Yes, I mean that's part of it. I've got my own like open claw system and agents and all of the cool tech. Yes, definitely we'll be talking about that. But more importantly is how do we use this technology and not lose ourselves in the process, right? So that's ultimately what it's about. So I invite you to join in this conversation. I don't want this to just be me to be a talking head and just talking at you about here's what you should do, right? I want this to be a conversation. So I look forward to your comments. I look forward to connecting with you on social media. I will be pushing this out, in on YouTube and TikTok and Instagram and Facebook and LinkedIn and all of those places, right? I'm a little bit more on LinkedIn from the straight social media perspective, but I'm everywhere right now. So I really do want this to be a conversation. What is it about this, about AI? What are your feelings on the idea of amplifying humanity? So talk to me. Let's make that, if you've got something that's a burning question or, some issue that you're challenged with, let me know. I might do an episode about it, right? So I really want this to be a connection for us. So, subscribe to this channel. Obviously likes and shares are always appreciated. I really want this message to to be spread everywhere, right? That we're at a pivotal time in the world. This technology is coming, whether we like it or not, whether we trust it or not. And trust is another big issue that, another big thing that I'll be doing an episode on very soon. Just had a great talk in Dallas at Connect 2026, talking about how to use AI to build trust. And so that's a huge piece, especially as video generation and picture generation gets more and more capable, right? So anyway, so let's have a conversation. I want to hear from you. What are the things that you're worried about? What are the things are you excited about? What are the possibilities that you want to see happen? That's what I'm excited to talk about. So until then, please, again, like, subscribe, share, all of those good things. You can go to thirdpowerlife.ai if you want more. Subscribe to our newsletter, find some extra tools, all of that good stuff. But I just really, more than anything, I want to hear from you. So until next time, keep living your life to the third power and let's use AI correctly. All right. Till then.